Even though The Sims is a live simulation game, there have been many occasions where the game touched on some not so realistic elements, and one of these is Occults, which are non-human sims, often based on legends or fictions, with unique appearance, characteristics, and abilities. Occults were first properly implemented into the main Sims franchise back in The Sims 2 and have since become a staple in the following Sims sequels. Hello everyone, this is Abi aka onlyabidoang, and today I'm gonna be taking a look back to all the occults featured in The Sims 2 for PC and show you how they work and what they can do. Without further ado, let's take a look at them. First are aliens. They're the first playable occult in the base game of The Sims 2, and ironically enough, it's technically not an occult in a way. To play as an alien, first have an adult male sim use the telescope at night. This increases the chance for your sim to be abducted by a UFO, but it can happen randomly, so your sim may need to do it several times. If you do get abducted, and you have cutscene enabled in the settings, this scene will play out and right after that, your sim will vanish. While being abducted, your needs will go haywire, but you don't have to worry about it. After a few hours, another cutscene will play where your sim gets thrown out of the UFO, and after it ends, a pregnancy jingle will play. Then, in a few sim days, your male sim will experience pregnancy, and once it's time for labor, a cutscene will play where they will give birth to a healthy alien baby. If you have free time expansion pack, you can unlock this summon alien option from the knowledge aspiration to increase the chance of being abducted when using the telescope. Additionally, if you have nightlife extension pack and have been abducted at least once, you can also be abducted from using the electrodance sphere object using the medium or high speed. Your sim will disappear from the machine for a while and be returned pregnant. Anyway, aliens are basically regular sims but with huge black eyes, green skin, and unique facial structures. They will age up normally like regular sims, have normal needs, and no special supernatural ability. The game doesn't really consider aliens as its own occult, but rather a special type of gene. If you look at an alien's family tree, besides their original parent, there will be another alien assigned as their other parent called Pollination Technician. There's no way to meet this alien unless you use mods or cheats. Additionally, an alien will always have at least one personality with full 10 points. Since aliens are considered as a special type of gene, if they have baby with normal sims, the offspring can either be a human-looking baby, baby with a green alien skin but human eyes, baby with alien eyes and skin but human facial shape, or a combination of all of that. Next on the list are ghosts. This is an occult also introduced in the base game, and unlike The Sims 3 and The Sims 4, they are not a playable occult here unless you use mods or cheats. When sims die, they will leave a tombstone. If you don't remove the tombstone, when it's nighttime, there's a chance the ghost of the deceased sim will appear. Ghosts will appear a bit transparent. They will also be in different colors depending on how they die. When they're around, an eerie ambient sound effect can be heard. They will also float instead of walk, can pass through walls and objects, and sims cannot interact with them directly. They will begin appearing at around 8 PM and will go back to their tombstone before morning, and during that time, they will wander around and haunt your lot, which includes possessing objects like chairs, table lamps, tombstones, etc. to make them float, making a teddy bear's head spin, making a toddler's xylophone play by itself, filling up a bathtub, and turning on electronics. If a sim witnesses this, they will freak out. They will also be drawn into the objects they usually use when they were still alive, such as their beds. They will also have unique behaviors based on their death type, such as ghosts who died of electrocution, disease, and hail will reenact their death then collapse, drowning ghosts will leave a water puddle everywhere, fire ghosts will be more likely to swim or take a bath, starvation ghosts will seek food from the fridge, and cowplant ghosts will tease cowplants. Ghosts can also take it up a notch and directly scare living sims and lower their needs a bit. But if the sims' needs are too low, they may even collapse right after and die because of it. Ghosts can also become angry when their favorite objects get sold or destroyed, when starvation ghost doesn't find any food, or when their tombstone gets kicked. Angered ghosts will break objects, make them dirty, and will be more likely to scare living sims. Sims as young as children can also die and become ghosts, but they can only die of fire and drowning. I think ghost children are also somewhat broken, since they don't have the floating animation, so they will teleport around instead. To stop ghosts from appearing, you can sell their tombstones, put them in your inventory, or move them to a community lot where they will appear to wave goodbye and then disappear. Additionally, if you have the Sims 2 Pets expansion pack, pets can become ghosts too. They can only die of old age and have their own tombstone. Like regular ghosts, they may come out of their tombstone at night and haunt the lot. You cannot interact with them, but other ghost sims and pets can. They can also possess objects like other ghosts. Zombies are another occult first introduced in the Sims 2 University expansion pack. To get access to it, first your sim needs to join the paranormal career, which will only be available once you graduate university. Then get promoted to level 5, where you can access its career reward object, the Resurrect Onometron. Or you can also use the Unlock Career Rewards cheat if you want. If you have a deceased sim known by your active sim, you can use the phone from this object to call Grim Reaper and pay him some cash in order to revive them. You can give him between 1 to 10,000 simoleons with various outcomes, but if you give him between 1,000 to 4,000 simoleons, the resurrected sim will be revived as a zombie instead and they won't be happy by your decision. You can also get zombies in The Sims 2 free time if you wish for someone to be revived through a genie but it fails. Evil witches from The Sims 2 apartment life can also cast the spell Vivicus Zombiae to resurrect a dead sim as a zombie. Anyway, zombies will have this bluish skin tone and skin features such as blotches and visible veins all over their body. They never age, so they're practically immortal, except for teenager zombies since they can go to college and grow up. But zombies can still die of accidental causes. They groan a lot, but they can still communicate normally like regular sims. They cannot walk, skip, nor run. Instead, they will always shamble around like this, which is pretty slow. Their hygiene needs decay faster. All zombies will have this exact personality, regardless of their previous personality when they're alive. They will also lose most of their skill points back when they were alive and can be found thinking about some brains sometimes. Even though you can romance them, they can never reproduce unless with cheats. Zombies cannot be reverted back to normal sims unless you use mods or third-party tools. Additionally, deceased child sims cannot be turned into one even if you use the Resurrect Onometron or the Zombie Witch spell, because if done so, they will always be revived as a normal sim, so zombies are only available to teens and older. The same can be said to resurrected pets because they will be revived like normal regardless. Aw man, imagine how cool it is to have a zombie cat or dog. Vampires, introduced in The Sims 2 Nightlife expansion pack, are the next on the list. To be one, go to any lot in the downtown neighborhood at night. If you're lucky, you may meet one of these pale-skinned sims that walks around in a strange fashion while wearing Victorian clothing. These are grand vampires. To turn into one, you need to be friends with them first. You can also invite them over using the phone once you've met them, but they will only accept your invitation when it's nighttime. They will also immediately leave the lot just before sunrise. After you become friends with them, at random times when around them, they may decide to bite your sim's neck. If done, your sim will immediately become a vampire right after. Vampires will have light pale skin tone, red eyes, and fangs. They can be found hissing sometimes and will even blah at other sims when passing by them. Sometimes they may walk around with their arms covering their face. You can also use the Stalk Here option now, where they will sneak to the destination. If you use the Fly Here option, they will turn into bats and fly into the destination faster. In this state, they can also pass through obstacles like fences, tables, stairs, and other objects. Their age will freeze, so they won't age anymore, and they're immune to death by starvation. They have normal needs, and unlike in The Sims 3 and The Sims 4, they don't need to drink blood from other sims to satisfy their thirst for blood here, so they still need to eat regular food. At night, their needs will never decay. But during the daytime, their needs will drop quickly, even indoors. And the need drop will be even worse when they're exposed to sunlight, in which their skin will begin to sizzle. And if exposed for too long until all of their needs become red, they will burn up and turn into ash, killing them. You need to keep an eye out for them though, because they tend to be pretty stupid and won't stay indoors all the time even if it burns their skin. The ghosts of vampires who die because of this will appear like so. So, in order to stop their needs from dropping during the daytime, you need to buy a coffin that vampires can sleep in. Besides to increase their energy and comfort needs like regular beds, sleeping in here will freeze the rest of the vampire's needs. Normal sims can sleep in a coffin, but it will act like a regular bed and won't freeze their needs. Additionally, if a vampire is sleeping in it, other sims can take a peek inside the coffin or dare anyone else instead. If the vampire's energy need is low, nothing will happen. But if they're not so tired, they will rise up and scare the peeking sim. And like the ghost scare, it will lower the sim's needs and can even kill the peeking sim if their needs drop too low. This is what the ghost of sims who died because of coffin scare looks like. Anyway, vampires won't be visible when using a mirror. They will also have a unique reaction when primping. Vampires can irritate others by using the blah interaction, where they will scare the targeted sim to make them run away or even make them wet themselves. Playable vampires can also turn other sims to vampire if you're close enough with them. Vampires can reproduce, but they won't pass down their vampirism to their offspring. To cure vampirism, you can drink the Vamprosilin D potion that can be purchased from the Gypsy Matchmaker NPC. Servo is a playable robot introduced in The Sims 2 open for business. Sims cannot turn into this occult, but they can create one instead. To make a servo, use this robotic station constantly. You'll get a talent badge in robotics that'll advance starting from bronze as you use it often and unlock smaller service robots. Once you've done some more robotics to obtain a gold badge, you can create a servo for 3000 simoleons. It'll take a long time to be crafted. Once finished, move the servo to the ground and activate it. You'll then be able to pick their gender and name them. After initialized, the servo will be added to your Sim's household and become playable. Servos all have the same appearance, with one eye, metallic silver body, and a green orb on their abdomen area. Female servos can be differentiated from male servos from their eyelash and lipstick. Their voice only consists of robotic or electrical noises instead of a spoken voice, like the beeps and boops and all that. They will have max skill in cooking, cleaning, and mechanical, while the rest are inherited from the sim who activates them. The servo's personality, aspiration, and last name will also be the same as them. Like regular sims, they still have wants and fears, can learn skills, obtain talent badges, get jobs, have aspirations, develop relationships, and pretty much all of that. Servos will be considered as an adult and will never age, so they are practically immortal, though they can still die because of a few accidental causes like satellite crash or cowplant, so it's possible for them to become a ghost. See, even robots have souls in this game. They only have 4 needs: social, fun, environment, and the unique power need. The former 3 needs can be fulfilled as usual, but the power need is similar to energy, which can be fulfilled by sleeping, napping, or by recharging, in which the servo will use the sunlight to recharge themselves. It does nothing at night though. They have no hunger and bladder need, but they can still eat and use the toilet if ordered to do so. Yeah, don't ask how that'll work. From time to time, they will autonomously do the do chores interaction every hour or so to check if there's anything to be cleaned, repaired, or if there's any sim feeling hungry, so they can do some cleaning, repairing, or cooking. You cannot change a servo's appearance, but they do have this formal attire that have a unique look for each gender. They cannot reproduce, but you can still romance them or even woohoo with them if you want to. Hey, I won't judge. There's even a unique tune-up flirt interaction Sims can do with them. Servos can power down by themselves or by others. If powered down, their needs will freeze and this can stay indefinitely. You can power them up again anytime. Servos have a weakness though. If they got in contact with water, such as taking a dip into the pool, taking a bath, trying to fix a broken shower, etc., all of their needs will quickly drop. If not intervened, they will start to break and run amok, meaning they will run around the lot in an erratic fashion. While in this state, they may even shock sims randomly, and this can be very dangerous since it can drop all of your sim's needs. After running amok for a while, they will finally break for sure and are unable to do anything until a sim repairs them. Werewolves are another occult introduced in The Sims 2 Pets. To become one, during the nighttime, keep an eye out for this unique looking dog with dark coat and glowing yellow eyes. This is the wolf pack leader and they may randomly visit your house around this time. Once you find them, start interacting with them to raise your relationship and become friends. After you're already close enough, when they're around, they may decide to randomly nibble on your sim. And right after this, your sim will immediately turn into a werewolf. During the day, werewolves' appearance look exactly like a normal sim, but at 8 PM every night, they will experience a transformation and appear drastically different, with brown fur all over their body, yellow eyes, and a specific hairstyle for male werewolves. When they begin the transformation, other sims nearby will react accordingly. Each transformation will also fill up werewolves' energy need but will also drop their hunger need, so be sure to have some food around once they transform. They will stay looking like this until 6 AM, where they will transform back to their human form. Werewolves have normal needs and age normally like regular sim. Since becoming a werewolf, their personality will slowly shift over time and end up with 0 points in neatness and niceness, and 10 points in outgoing, playful, and active personalities. Their body skill will also increase over time as well, even if they don't work out that often. They walk in a different way after transformation and it's pretty slow too. They can howl in this state. Doing so will cause sims nearby to drop their bladder need. They can also summon wolves. where around 3 wolves will come to the lot. They can scare others by using this irritating grrr interaction. They will also unlock the savage interaction. If done to a regular sim, the werewolf will beat them up in a fight and then turn them into a werewolf. Additionally, they can train dogs much faster and can also attack burglars intruding at night. Like vampirism, werewolf sims can still reproduce, but the lycanthropy state cannot be passed down to their offspring. To cure a sim's lycanthropy, drink the lycanthropic bee potion bought from the pet obedience trainer NPC or gypsy matchmaker. The next on the list are PlantSims, introduced in The Sims 2 seasons. One can become a plant sim after spraying gardening plants like crops and trees that are infested by bugs with pesticides for a lot of times. After that, there's a random chance that after spraying, your sim will be transformed into a plant sim. This says what they look like. They have green skin, this grassy short hair that cannot be changed, and a unique outfit that can still be changed. If you take out their outfit, you'll also see a plant-shaped tattoo all over their body. You may witness them do this idle interaction that resembles the she loves me not game using a flower. They only have 3 types of needs, which are love, water, and sunlight. The love need is basically the social need, but besides socializing with other sims, this can also be fulfilled by talking to plants, which is a thing plant sims can do now. The water need can be raised by being in contact with water, such as swimming, drinking, showering, bathing, being in the rain, etc. The sunlight need can be fulfilled by being outside when it's daytime or by being under the special greenhouse lamp. Because of that, they don't need to sleep, eat, and use the toilet, but they can do so if you order them to. Keep in mind that when the water need is low, they will pass out and can only wake up when someone waters them. The same goes when their sunlight need is low, but they may need to wait until sunrise to wake up. They won't die because of this though. Additionally, they will also appear wilted when their needs are low. Plant sims will immediately obtain a gold badge in gardening. Plant sims can still try for baby, but keep in mind that the baby will always be normal sim. To produce a plant sim offspring, they can reproduce asexually by doing the grow a plant baby interaction, where they will spread the pollen from their grassy hair. After doing so, a plant sim toddler will then be born. Plant sims' lifespan are much shorter. They can only be born as a toddler, then they immediately grow up to adulthood, and finally elder. Because of that, one of the perks they have is that they will already master the walking and talking toddler skills since birth. They'll also inherit all of their parents' skills and, upon reaching adulthood, some of their parents' talent badges, albeit at a lower level than their original badges. Plant sims have the ability to release spore of happiness that will boost nearby sims' needs but at the cost of their sunlight and water needs. They can also prank others by blowing a pollen cloud at their target's face. To turn plant sims back to regular sims, you can drink the Plantofic Sea Potion that can be bought from the Garden Club member NPC or from the Gypsy Matchmaker. Once they become human, they will still retain the ability to talk to plants, but this time it'll increase their social need. Bigfoot is an occult introduced in The Sims 2 Bon Voyage, and as of now, it remains the only occult from The Sims 2 that the sequel games haven't recreated. To find and play as a Bigfoot, you need to go to 3 lakes, one of the 3 vacation worlds your Sims can visit, but you cannot go there right away. Instead, you need to do some digging first, and I mean it quite literally. Click on the ground anywhere and dig for some treasures. If you're lucky, or persistent in my case, you might find this old map that seems to lead to a place called Hidden Burrow. You can also obtain the map by going on a hike in a vacation world or by raiding this captain ship. Then, travel to 3 lakes, find somewhere to stay, and once checked in, call a taxi to go somewhere else. A newly unlocked Hidden Burrow lot can now be visited, and this is actually the place where Bigfoot lives. He will live in this small wooden cabin with a few furniture. You can then finally socialize with him and begin developing friendship. Once you're close with him, the option to ask Bigfoot to move in will appear. If accepted, he won't move in immediately since he needs to prepare his belongings first. You can control him right at that moment, but if you go back to your accommodation, he'll disappear. You'll be able to control him again if you go back home from your vacation, in which he will stay permanently. Bigfoot can only be male and will always have the same ape-like appearance, with brown fur, this hairstyle and beard, big feet, and you cannot edit his appearance in Create a Sim. If he's employed though, he will have this unique work outfit. He will always be an adult when met, but he can still age up to elder, where their fur will turn white and he sorta looks like a Yeti now in a way. Bigfoot has his own walk style where he will walk in a hunched posture so he cannot run or skip somewhere. He can do the special Bigfoot hug to other Sims, but they may react either positively or negatively because of it. The best perk of Bigfoot is that he will have 10 levels in all skills and, if you own other expansion packs, all gold talent badges, so he can help the household in a lot of ways, from doing chores, crafting objects, to starting a business even. It's also easy for him to gain promotions if they're employed. He will even receive gifts at work from their co-workers every day that he'll place on the sidewalk or put in his inventory. Bigfoot will also gain extra relationship points when interacting with kids and dogs. He's also a perfect bodyguard because when there's a burglar, he can scare them until they run away or even pee themselves. If his needs are low though, he can start pounding on his chest and go on a rampage. He may even act mean to others or even break objects, so be sure to take care of his needs. Sims cannot develop any romantic relationship with a Bigfoot, therefore he cannot reproduce. Genie is also another non-playable occult introduced in The Sims 2 free time. If a sim has high enthusiasm in a hobby and have high lifetime aspiration, at a random day, there's a chance the matchmaker NPC may come to your home to drop you this dusty old lamp right in front of your sim's home. You have the option to sell it, which will give you 1000 simoleons, honestly not that worth it, or give it a rub. After rubbing the lamp, the genie will be summoned. Genie appears to have the same appearance, a male-looking sim named Genie Midlock wearing a waistcoat and turban with violet skin, black beard, and no legs. Once summoned, he can grant you 3 wishes, not per sims, but in total. There are 6 types of wishes and some of them even have drawbacks. Wealth gives your sim many bags of simoleons periodically, with total value of 22,000 simoleons, but burglaries will now be more prevalent as a catch. Beauty makes you more attractive to others for a few days, but many visitors will knock on your door now. Peace of mind makes your mood meter to permanently be platinum for the rest of your life. Long life reduces your age meter 4 days less. Power to cheat death lets you plead for your own life when you die, but the success chance will be reduced every time you die. Resurrect lets you revive unknown deceased sims or pets. These wishes may also fail. The wealth and beauty wish will only give you its drawback instead. Long life shortens your age. Resurrect will bring back the dead sim as a zombie. Cheat death won't let you plead for your own life. And peace of mind will make your objects break all the time. You can dismiss him to make him go back to the lamp, or he may go back on his own after a while. Finally, after 3 wishes have been made, he will return to the lamp and the lamp will disappear into thin air. You can play as them with cheats, but I don't think that's a good idea as it can corrupt your game. It's best that you use specific mods to play as them safely. Finally, we get the witches from The Sims 2 Apartment Life. They're the most complex and feature-rich occult in this game. To become one, go to any community lot. If you're lucky, you may find one of these 2 types of witches, good or evil. As usual, you need to befriend them first. Once you're close enough, the option to teach your sim to the path of light or darkness will appear. After that, they will cast a spell on you and you will become a good or evil witch. Witches have 3 different alignments, good, neutral, and evil, and their appearance varies. Good witches wear white robes and hats and may even have sparkly skin and a blue aura around them the more aligned they are. Evil witches wear black robes and hats and may even have green skin and aura around them the more aligned they are. Neutral witch looks like a regular sim wearing grey robes and hats. Witches can still change their appearance and outfit. Witches will also have special titles based on their alignment. Once you become a witch, you will get a spellbook and a cauldron in your inventory. They will have different looks depending on your alignment. Non-witch sims or witches in the opposite alignment can examine these objects, but the outcome won't be in their favor. Use the spellbook to check on your learned spells, alignment meter, and magic skill. There are 10 magic skill and it can be improved by studying from the spellbook, using the cauldron, and casting spells. Higher magic skill means more successful spell casting, more new spells, more stuff to craft from the cauldron, and faster cauldron brewing. Your witch alignment can be shifted by studying the specific alignment using the spellbook and casting spells from a specific alignment. You'll also unlock powerful spells the more aligned your witches are to a specific side. There are 33 spells in total, 10 good spells, 30 neutral spells, and 10 evil spells. Neutral spells include creating a serving of food, summoning a selected sim, and stopping time itself. Good spells include slightly increasing all sims' needs, summoning a helpful servant, and saving a sim from death. And evil spells include summoning a fire, removing all of a sim's memories and relationships, and raising deceased sims as zombies. I won't show all the witch spells in this video as this video is already lengthy enough, though there's an old video of mine showcasing all of them, so you can check that out after this if you want. Spells need different types of reagents in order to be casted, and you can craft these reagents from the cauldron or buy them from the high witch that you've met before. They will also sell cauldrons, spellbooks, and various potions. Besides for reagents, cauldrons can be used to craft special objects, furnitures, and potions that can cure occults and change personalities. One of these objects are a witch throne that can be made once you've reached level 10 magic skill and max alignment. If a witch from the same type of alignment sit on the throne, it will increase all of their needs. If they sit on the throne of the opposite alignment though, the opposite will happen. Neutral witches are safe though, because they can sit on both thrones with no problem. Additionally, witches can go to other community lots by flying on their magic broom in style. They can also now fly to these 2 new community lots for both good and evil witches. There, you can meet the high witch of each alignment and buy stuff from them as long as you're not in the opposite alignment. To turn a witch back to a regular sim, drink the Witch Begone E potion, which you can buy from the Gypsy Matchmaker NPC or from a high witch. You can also brew one yourself as a witch. From a wicked evil witch to your average white guy next door. Last but not least are Spectral Cats. If you own both Apartment Life and Pets, there's an unlocked spell called Appello Catus Amicus, where witches can summon their own Spectral Cats as a familiar that'll join your sim's household. You can name them if you cast the spell for the first time. They all appear somewhat translucent, and each cat's appearance will depend on the witch's alignment. Good cats have white coat and blue aura, neutral cats have grey coat and orange aura, and evil cats have black coat and green aura. These cats are genderless, will never age, cannot breed, cannot join pet careers, and have no bladder need. Besides that, they still have the other normal needs, so you can take care of them like regular cats. Even then, you don't even need to do that if you want, because if one of their needs get too low or if their witches leave the lot, they will vanish and be removed from the household, but the witches can still summon them again anytime and with full needs. So those are all occults in The Sims 2, but before ending this video, I want to explain a bit about another unique occult feature. If you have multiple expansion packs, you can even create occult hybrids, which are sims with more than one occult status. So something like a Bigfoot witch, a Servo vampire, an alien werewolf, or even a PlantSim vampire, which can be pretty challenging since they still have the sunlight need that needs to be fulfilled, yet they're also weak to it, so the only safe way to keep their sunlight need sated is by using the aforementioned greenhouse lamp. Like I said before, Servos can also become a vampire, a zombie, a werewolf, or a witch. They will even have a unique look to it. There are some impossible hybrids though. For example, a Bigfoot Servo hybrid will be impossible because each of these occults only applies from their discovery or creation. Some occults also cannot turn into certain occults, like Bigfoot cannot become a werewolf, a vampire, or a plant sim, while Servos cannot become a plant sim. A sim can also have more than 2 occult hybrids, so playing as a vampire werewolf witch, a Servo vampire zombie, or even an alien plant sim vampire zombie, all possible. The hybrid with the most occult status you can make in this game is probably an alien, vampire, werewolf, zombie, plant sim, witch, and, if they die, a ghost too. That's 7 occult combinations in one sim. Unfortunately, functioning hybrid occults aren't a thing in The Sims 3 and The Sims 4 without the help of cheats or mods, because they're not meant to be a feature that works properly together, except for ghost hybrids maybe. So those are all the occults introduced in The Sims 2 for PC. So, what do you think about them? Do you think they're still on par to the occults that we get in the sequels now? Let me know in the comments down below. Thank you so much guys for watching this video. I hope that you enjoyed watching the video, and if you do and want more, be sure to subscribe to the channel for more videos like this. See you later!